Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Cataclysm, Classic Blind. We are going to be forcing archaeology to the end here. Shouldn't be too difficult. We'll see if we can learn anything of substance about how to get these last two sections. Because only one of them has a name. Pretty sure it's this one. Or maybe this is just a fancy symbol. Or maybe it's for even fancier things. I have no idea. We're out here in Kalimdor, flying around to dig sites. First we're going to see here at the unearthed grounds in Stone Town Mountain, which might be a new spot. It's a good place for digging. Some people here. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll see if doing stuff in these other dig sites will force the next dig site to be in a new place which will have new things. And if we get level appropriate rewards from doing things that we could have done all the way at level 1 here. Because we are back to just regular spots. One of them did go to Highjaw, so in theory it can go to the higher level places. Question is if there's any other requirements. See, here we got some fossil stuff. That's not exactly what we're looking for. I suppose we could be looking for anything. If it can match the highest level things that we can get, it'd be fine to get just whichever types of finds we're finding. Any fragments are good. What fancy weapon shield this guy has. Level 29. I'm just gonna let him be. No need to worry about that. Just flying around. Looking for stuff. Not worrying at all about all the dead dwarves here. It's been overtaken. That's one plus sign. Especially doing stuff out in Kalimdor. Didn't do too much digging out in Kalimdor previously. So it could be an opportunity to find new places. We did look around at the newest actual large areas. There's also been many changes to just all the zones in general. And we are doing fossil here. So it's on the larger side. Although there's a possibility these have updated to match the number of fragments that the later ones have required. And they were just smaller amounts in the first few levels. Or the first like 300 something levels or something. Once we got out to Outland and Northrend, it's been more in the 45 area. I think we got a troll one recently. Might just depend on what kind of thing we're getting. Anyways, check the map here again and see where we're going. One on the edge of Winter Spring. And we also have two down here in Daenerys. Right next to Zulf Rock. That's fine. Maybe we'll just head over to the ruins of Feathermoon next. Definitely a bit of traveling. That's okay. We'll get there. Eventually. You can take a wild guess what kind of fragments these are going to be. Really is a mess on this island, since the actual stronghold was destroyed. Now it's ruins and also ruins. What a mess. Right back here. It is Night Elves. Wow. So again, the normal amount of fragments and stuff. That's alright. Where are we going next? Back this way. Wow. This has definitely been an adventure. Just everywhere in the entire game, basically. digging up just heaps of things. It's nice that the finds, once you finish them, give multiple levels. That could have been not ideal. 5 and 15. And right in the same spot. Beautiful. And another free scroll. Lovely. We're gonna make some money selling all these scrolls. That's gonna be nice. Not even close enough for the next night elf thing. Alright. I wonder over here in Baal Madame. Okay. Right next to this giant lake that is 1,000 needles. My goodness. What a place. What a place. This looks like a site. For sure. Let's see what we can find. It is Baal Madame excavation site here. Some friendly dwarves and stuff. Stuff happening down there. People getting fighting. Got a whole fight happening here. It's an excavation site and also a battleground, it seems. That's wild. There's fighting. Excavation raiders. And the Hunan foreman. There is Figli the Exiled. And a Trog just out in the corner here. He's in here. Let's get him. Oh, he's going for it. Is he gonna get him? Wild. Dwarf finds. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening here. Oh. He's been turned into a Trog minion. Well. Now we know, I guess. Extends all the way up to the upper section here, too. What guys here? Soldiers. Soldiers, do you want to go down to the pit? There's things happening down there. I want to deal with that. I don't know. Not currently my job. I'm just here to excavate all the stuff. Usually works. Okay. Dwarf find. 10 more. 10 and 10. That's great. That's what progress looks like right there. More fragments we find, the quicker it goes. Yellow. That's good enough. Got a chief engineer up there, a flying machine. Not an actual flight path, though. Just a spawn here. Interesting. 10, 10, 10? Yes, 10. The full 30 and a runestone. Well, that's fantastic. That is enough for a dwarf find completion. Common sword. The notched sword of Tendil the Redeemer. Solve it. Okay. Information on the dwarf find here. Let's hear about this sword. So it was broken when the paladin fell upon it while fighting the dreadworm Caldragos. What a neat sword. We can sell that for 5 gold. Oh boy. Pretty wild coming in here. Flew over top of Razorfen Crawl. It's just here now. All the tingly mess of it. Also weird that Razorfen Downs is now in 1,000 needles, technically. Also the Great Lifts. They don't look so great anymore. You even get there from here? The Great Lift is not doing so great. So just all submerged here. There's ores down here still. Here's where this is at the bottom here. Yep. This is the question. How much underwater content there now is in 1,000 needles. There's definitely space for it. If you come this way, it doesn't look like you're really going to be getting there. I don't know if you would be able to actually get along the edge here. Doesn't look very safe. Yeah, I don't think you get past that. Maybe you need to go somehow through the outer section here of Razorfen Downs. Oh, this is just a regular cave. That's unfortunate. See if there's a way to get there. Looks like there might be another path that gets over to here. But again, does that get up to here? Doesn't look like it. Definitely something here. How else did you get in here? There's another road over this way. Lots of bridges and stuff here. It goes into Dust Wallow. You go from the Southern Barrens into Dust Wallow, take this road down to here. And does that reach up to this upper section? Dark Cloud Pinnacle. Or is this even really a place anymore? Mostly abandoned? It's been overtaken by the Grim Totem as you're here. Doesn't look like a town or anything. I don't know if it was before. Freewind Post is over this way. It's definitely one of the more changed zones here. What with half of it being underwater now. Or more than half of it even. Yeah, here. More Grim Totem guys. Just on the sides there. This is Freewind Post. More Grim Totem invaders. Oh. There used to be other lifts here, I believe. You can kind of see them under the water here. Yep. Another not so great lift. Very good. Alright. Back north again. Okay. It looks like the next spot is just over here in Daenerys. Well, next two. They're fairly close. There's another edge of something's happening here. Got some magics and animus. There's stuff happening, that's for sure. Okay. Now we're flying over Zul'Farrak. Can't really do anything in the dungeons if you don't go through the instant starting portal to start. They're pretty wild, just fly to the end of the dungeon, fight the boss. I guess that's pretty much how that happens. Here's the portal. I don't imagine you could fly inside either. Because again, that'd be way too easy. Yep. Eh. Doesn't even try to jump, it just kind of floats forwards. That's funny. We got some quests here.
Time is money.
Quests
friend.
here.
Be good. Yo.
And a quest here.
Hurry back.
Just a bunch of quests at the start of the dungeon. That happened when we did the one. That happened in the other dungeons that we did here. We did the one dungeon at the end of last year. We did one dungeon for a holiday event of some description at the very beginning. And right here is where we are digging. Just this section right outside of Zul'Farrak. And a good start, our first placement. I think we're going to be a troll situation here. Yep. Troll find. Doesn't seem like a particularly large area for this site here. That's nice. Got some graves outside here now. Previously, there was a lot of these inside Zul'Farrak. I wonder what's happening in these. Probably nothing good. Zombies trying to dig up the graves. Open it. It's full of additional zombies. Well, we can't be too surprised about that, can we? That is how those worked previously. Open them up. Get some zombies. Might be moving out from Zul'Farrak here. That's definitely something. It's also enough to make the fine blood scalp dinnerware. I think we already had one of these. Go into troll and dinnerware. Yep. Okay. That's 490 though. Making progress. This sells for 1 gold. And the next one is moved directly to also here in Zul'Farrak. Zul'Farrak. The Stranglethorn of Kalimdor, apparently. Speeds things up for me though. That's fine with that. I'm fine with that. You go to Broken Pillar here. Gadget Sand. The giant mess that's now water here. Lots of stuff happening. Yeah, the real question is if doing just these same locations can give us the more expensive things we were finding in other places. If this is really the optimal path to be taken right now. Assuming it can lead to the actual Cataclysm rated sections. I feel like it's not giving us levels, so we're not being punished for our efforts here. Control fragments. Hard to say, really. Since it gives levels, it's going to get us to where we're going. But for any potential future archaeology. And there's also all the achievements about specific places and things. Like all the scepters and lore bits. A lot of those would be likely specific races and sections we need to excavate things for. Easier said than done. Getting anything specific. Except for the ones that are just specific locations. Like if we want to get the Draenei Orc ones, or the Nerubian Vrykul ones, we can definitely get more of that. Alright, here's something. This one is popped up in Oldham. That is looking promising. Because that should be where the 9th set is at. It's based on the names of the bits from the lore achievements. Seems likely. But first, this side here. So it's here. This thing's here, 47. That's not bad. Especially with our gear, we are really not worried about level 60s at this stage. Or lower. Or 70s. Or really 80s. We mostly accomplished level 80 dungeons solo, so. Non-elites. Basically not an issue at this point, obviously. Could see how we would do in other dungeons. It really comes down to what the bosses do. Because there's certain instances where it is not a good matchup. That's for sure. We try our best. We try our best. And this way. And a little bit more. Jump for some vases. For troll fragments. Okay. That's enough for a troll find here. Finish on Hirak. For sure we already have many of these. Bracelet of jade and coins. That might actually be worth money there at least. Well, there's some information about how many things we found. It's literally stacked with what we already gotten in our previous exploration. Go to artifacts. Here. Vertical, 8 out of 45. Troll, 29 out of 35. Orc, 20 out of 45. Nerubian, 6 out of 45. Night Elf, 25 out of 45. Fossil, 29 out of 45. Draenei, 1 out of 44. Dwarf, 11 out of 35. That's odd. How do we only have 1 Draenei but 20 Orc? 20 Orc. Really? I'm counting 4. I don't know about that. Or that wasn't the number. That was the amount we have of fragments for the current one we're looking for. That's not information then. That's all available on just this sheet here. Alright. It's still a mystery how many things exist. Definitely seems like quite a few though. Okay. Alright, let's go over to Oldham here. Where have the other ones went to? Winter Spring, Fellwood, and Stone Talon. Okay. Well, those are definitely far away. I think we should be able to make use of a Stormwind teleport, get over to Theron Village, and then go from there to Lord Anil, then fly from there. That'd probably be quicker than this trip. I guess it depends exactly where we end up. Another thing I wanted to check out here is if we could find the caravan again. See if we could get the intro cutscene here to actually work. Or if I'm going to actually have to go and look for that. Some guys. There's over here somewhere in the forest here the first time. It was more of a one-time spawn than we rode in to Oldham here. But we just stared at a statue for a few minutes. It doesn't look like there's anybody here anymore. And a whole group of guys there. And then we got into Oldham and popped up the lost city of the Tol'vir. And then we just kind of left. Gonna have to go back and start there, most likely. And here's Oldham. Here is one of the statues we were staring at. Just gonna go to places we've never been to before. Right here. I don't even know if there'd be just regular quests around the zone. Yeah, well, answers that. Quest right there. I think we saw that one already. But for the most part, it'd be, I mean, if it follows the same storyline kind of idea that Vesh'jir did, where we just ended up going through places and things somewhat changed as we did stuff. We'll see. Our first dig site is here, out in the desert. Now this could be a spot we're looking for, with new things. Looking like buried stuff of these guys here. We got little 83s to deal with. So we'd actually put up somewhat of a fight. The ruins of Umtul. Okay. Very good. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be what we're looking for here. The 9th section. It's all sandy, too. How much health these guys have? 44,000? That's not too bad. Tol'vir Archaeology Find. There we go. And that is a discovery. Very good. And you have just the straight up amount of health that we've gotten from just being level 85 is pretty wild. I'm I'm sure there are going to be even more impressive stats as we get actual level appropriate armors and such. Right now we're doing just fine. 10 again, lovely. Yeah, I would expect to only find Tol'vir finds down here with the Tol'vir. I don't think they would have explored outwards any, really. Seems to be pretty self-contained so far. That's alright. And 6. Okay. And it's 45 again. Simple, basic, common. We get some information. I'm sure we're going to get more information when we're actually doing the quests here later. The Tol'vir were originally stone constructs created by the Titans to safeguard the secrets of Oldham. They possess feline lower bodies and heads, as well as human torsos. Like many other Titan creations, the Tol'vir succumbed to the curse of flesh. 3 tribes exist in the present day: Ramkahen, Orsis, nearly wiped out, and Neferset. The later tribe has allied with Deathwing in order to regain the Tol'vir's stone form. Alright. Wild. Alright. This one's getting closer to a we can just fly there business. Because then we can just sweep up this way. We go here, we go here, and then have to choose one, and then go back, and then go this way. It's fine. If we can get another one down here, we'll be able to actually complete a singular find here. That'd be better. Anyways. Getting closer to where we're going. Right up north. But here is Lake Demont. Just north of Diremall. Kind of surrounded by cliffs on all the sides. In the middle, an island with a burning tower. There's stuff happening here. Sandy. Patton. What's that? Anna. Ryan. Lots of people here, my goodness. It's a whole party here. They're looking out on their excavation things, which we use them more like as telescopes to look at stuff. There's a whole place. Can't talk to anybody. They're all just chilling. Just out here, in the middle. Burning tower. Surrounded by cliffs on all sides. What an odd spot. But anyways. Get in here anyway. It's a lot of cliffs. How strange. How very strange. This river keeps going this way, kinda. We're off the map entirely. River loops over this way, got more ruins. The ruins we're looking for are over here. In the Valley of Bones. Valley of Bones, what do you think we're gonna find here? Okay. Here's some bone guys. Not gonna be too surprised about that. Kind of like an L-shape-ish look here. Ish. Large enough area to search. Up and down, up and down. 34 guy. Don't worry about that. Get rid of him. Not really worried about the drops there. It's a fossil find. Yep. Shocking, I know. Okay. Flying around. Other side of the L. Most likely here. Big trident. Always a good time. Dead guy. There is a Scarlet Crusade. So. Actually fine. Taking right next to these bones. Find what we're looking for. You betcha. It's gotta be very specific fragments, though. The fact that we combine the fragments together to get a specific thing when they're from, like, sometimes many different sites. It's definitely a way of doing things. We're just only looking for specifically things that can be turned into the things we're looking for. And that's why only certain pieces will do. Only certain locations of entire dig sites have the correct fragments, or whatever. There's some more. Fossil find. An imprint of a kraken tentacle. Solve it. Okay. Level 500. Getting more and more common stuff here. That's alright. New here. These gigantic squid are servants of Neptulon, the Tide Hunter. Normally dwell in the Abyssal Maw and not on Azeroth. The fact that this imprint is fossilized in an ancient stone suggests that the mighty creatures have been visiting this world for millennia. Indeed. Okay. Where to next? Got a nice grouping of them here. Very similar to what we started with a bunch up at the northern side here. See if any of them will be so kind as to go into Mount Hyjal. If that's even where a 10th thing would be. Or if they can just pop back to Oldham, that'd be great too. Something. Next spot is Stonetown Peak. There's an invading crusher here. That's probably fine. I'm gonna walk closer to it. That seems safe. It's gonna crush me. Wouldn't do that if I was you. I'll find right here. And here. Alright. Also of note, the tentacle imprint fossil, that is 200 gold. So that answers the question of, can we find valuable stuff doing this? At least from fossils. Those have been in multiple locations. I guess a lot of the stuff's been in multiple locations. We've finished it here, so. We may have gotten it somewhere else, though. There's a lot of questions. Wandering around, getting crushed, having a hard time. Harbinger of Flasks here. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Got some guys just hanging out, trying to fight back, just getting crushed. Things have been better. Things have been better. Also kind of looked over here a little bit. Looks to just be a forest. Nothing actually going on over there. It's weird. Well, anyways. We just need to get our fragments and get out of here. That's our goal. Night Elves. 10, 10, and 7. Not bad. That's enough for a Night Elf. An Umbra Crescent. Night Elf common. Haven't been getting too many rares here. Another common. Night Elf. Crescent. It was a circular blade favored by Night Elf Watchers. This type of weapon was most famously wielded by Maeve Shadowsong, but can be seen even today on Night Elves, such as the Barrows Deep Watchers on Mount Hyjal. It is likely the weapon you have recovered was magical before it was broken into so many fragments. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, just all commons right now. Shame. And let's brought me to here. That's an Ungoro, but not Oldham. Right. I've also been running into some invisible walls in the sky, trying to go way up over the trees and stuff. Certain limitations. That's alright. Next up, Jadenar. Umber Crescent, 20 gold. Should probably just look at these when we get them. Instead of wait until the next section. That's fine. There's a moth there, hanging out. Still a mess here in Felwood. No big surprises there. Guardian. Out of here. Night Elves. Huh? Good. Only need a few more finds at this point. We're getting there. We are getting there. This way. In this pool? Probably not. I don't... Stay just a little bit away, they don't bother us. Until they do. Auto attack. Right this way. Also got some demon hounds here. My goodness. Go a little bit shy of a night elf one here. It's okay. Likely to find more of their spots here. There's a spot in High again. Just right in the middle in the scorched plain. Okay. Oh, this is a little bit dense with the trees here. Checking out here. Over Blood Moon Post. Up to the Iron Tree Woods. Yeah. Doable. Yeah, I hit another invisible wall in the sky trying to fly over Ashenvale. Stone Talon Mountains. Specifically Ashenvale. Just trying to aim for the next ridge of mountains that I'm going to need to be crossing above. Then there's just a wall in the way. I can tell there's a wall in the way when we stop moving forward and kind of recoiling from hitting the wall in the sky, and the Drake makes more sounds and stuff. Iron Tree Woods. Night Elves. Night Elves. They definitely have their ruins. Just everywhere. Some bugs here. Right. Dun 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 dun. Further. All the way over here. I thought the first one would have been yellow then. There's definitely a certain distance for them. And green can either mean just a little bit less than yellow or literally right on top of it. So work with what you got. If you need to turn around, that's also fine. You're still getting there. My goodness. Night Elves. And one more for this dig site. Well, this way. Further. And done. Decent amount. Night Elf completion. Hairpin of silver and malachite. That sounds expensive. It's worth 5 gold. Eh. Could be worse. Night Elf. Let's first find of that. Sorry, going towards Hyjal here. Engraved between the setting. Let's see if it's on the map. There's one over here too. We'll go to Hyjal first. Engraved beneath the setting for the precious stone are the words to the last, her 24th birth year. I think this is more from the achievement for the story of these guys, the elves and stuff. Profession, archaeology. Got one missing from this. Mountain. Something like that. There's scepters, tragedy, hairpin. Yep. So this needs a silver scroll case, which is likely going to be another Night Elf spot. And that would complete the fateful story of Paramond and Celeste. Okay. Alright. Mount Highjaw. What a place. Got some niceness up here and less niceness over here. Gonna have to make the intro outro thumbnail here. This is the Maw of Lycanthrope. Instead of something. Which was the very air you breathe, says the Twilight Stormcaller. My goodness. Yeah, it's still nice here. Let me drop off this cliff into the Scorched Plain. What we're gonna find in the Scorched Plain. What are we talking about? Looks quite ruined. It used to be buildings here. Also got fire guys we kind of need to worry about. There's a lost warden. How you doing?
I am listening.
Twilight's hammer. Heard them screaming and running. Are we making a counterattack?
A child.
Not really. You're just kind of not doing great. Still red, huh? Twilight Field Captain there. Like a fairly large area here. Looking around. Another field captain. Oh boy. Twilight burst. Hey. Money for me. And it is Night Elves. Yep. And another scroll. Lovely stuff. Seems to be mostly a lot of Night Elf stuff here at Mount Highjaw. Just check out. And some of their ruins. True Wardians, Guardians of Highjaw. They're trying their best. He's on fire. There's another field captain. There's some obsidian. I will go and mine that. We've been trying to not mine every single thing we see to try to speed this up slightly. This is an instance where it's worth it. Because we still need this for actually doing stuff. And some volatile earth too. How nice. Okay. Away from the field captain there. Get our third fragments for this giant scorched mess. We'll be getting back down in here when we are doing the quests for this area. Information about what is all going on here. Clearly nothing good. Oh. Night Elf fragment. Oh, lovely. And that's enough for another one. An inlaid ivory cone. So. Okay. Do Night Elf comb new. We're going go this way. Getting out of Highjaw is also sometimes a bit of an experience. With all the mountains. Inlaid ivory comb. While the most valuable jewels have gone missing, shame. This cosmetic item must have been worth a small fortune back in its day. A series of tiny nautilus shells decorate one side, while the inscription "Lament for Lost Zanara" is visible on the other. Okay. Popping down into Winter Spring here. So let's go for 1 gold. It's definitely just some straight up money making from some of these. Just flat gold added to the game from just selling it to vendors. You do get plenty of gold from just doing quests and stuff too, so it's not like a huge deal. Frost Whisper Gorge. Down in the gorge? Looks like it. Down in Frostwhisper Gorge. Alright. Cool spot. But this. What's facing that way? But there's not that much space to go that way. Yeah. Okay, here. Night elves! And another scroll. Amazing. Night elves everywhere. We see the peak night elf and also peak troll civilizations. Would have been quite something. Different stuff entirely. Further this way. Ice avatars. Ice avatars. There is a exotic regent merchant. We've got a few of these little demon guys out here. What? No, I don't do armor repairs. Everlook is about a mile to the north, brother. Now buy something or move along before I summon my warlock to deal with you. What are your wares? Some Grom's blood, fell elemental rod. I think this is what we got there before. This is the warlock, Lorax. He was previously in a cave nearby. Or it was like the same guy, different guy. Anyways. Right this way. Oh. Big guy. Frosticus. A big elemental guy. How you doing? Being large and elemental. Rude. Auto attack. Oh, we're too far away. This is a big guy. A globe of water. Profitable. Wild. Night elf stuff. Working. Alright. Where next? Oh, we got one down in Oldham. That's great. We will make our way that way. Here, 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 and here. Okay. First levels are at 515, so we just need 2 more. If we get down there to Oldham, that'll finish this one. So, we'll do these 4, and that should be enough. Okay. Just going through Hyjal again. Over the mountains. Okay. We had some finds on these crazy mess of islands here before. Still use the portal here. Yeah, magical thing. They're doing stuff. They're doing stuff. There's some copper. Not gonna mind that. We're gonna make me go up here. This seems like a safe thing to stick our heads in. Goodness. Nobody's up here manning the whatever this is. Night elf stuff. Shocking. Okay. Lots of other ores here too. There's also a cave. Interesting. Yellow this way. It's gonna be on the next island. Wow. By the amount of ore on the map, this looks like a sizable cave here too. That's interesting. I'll find another scroll. Got so many of these scrolls here. Got a lot of troll tablets and a lot of highborn scrolls. Definitely popular ones. Okay. But again, it's a fairly extensive area here. yellow this way. Around here. All kinds of ruins. Placed it behind me because there's no space in front. That makes sense. Night Elf find. Another scroll. Enough for a thing. A Cabinet of the 100 Magi. Solve it. And another common. This got no rares here. It's worth 20 gold. Really? Okay. Start flying while we look at this. Make at least some progress here. Assuming it's actually a new thing. Of the 100 Magi. During the Troll Wars, the elves of Quel'Thalas were nearly defeated by the Amani trolls. In desperation, the elves taught the humans of Arthur the ways of arcane magic. The elves taught only 100 humans, the bare minimum needed to defeat the trolls. The humans proved to be clumsy spellcasters, but had a natural affinity for magic. Magic. There is no roof to these corridors here at the start of Dire Maul. Right outside the front door is where we must dig. Right here. Find some more fragments. It's very common that when we show up, do our first dig right on the edge, that it is, in fact, not directly right there. Not exactly too surprising. Ogre guy. Fly some more. Alright. Just out here. Still kind of in the gate area of Dire Maul. For more Night Elf stuff. Shocking. This is another Night Elf place. Everywhere is Night Elves. So we got all these scrolls. Alright. But now there's ogres here, of course. There's not an ogres section though. Obviously it'd be Night Elves. Put the deposit there. There's a meeting stone. I don't really worry about meeting stones anymore, really. But with most of the things being able to be in the group finder business here. So if we'd wanted to do lower level dungeons, like the one we need to do for the sword thing, could potentially make use of that for teleporting a few people over. We did have the level band all the way up to 85, so in theory, that would work. In theory. Oh, you're facing this way. Do you mean down there? Most likely. Yep, there it is. Okay. Has enough to finish here. Night Elf. Make a green dragon ring. Commons everywhere. Illustrious Grandmaster Archaeology. There you go. Max level. Amazing. Night Elf. Ring. One completion. Is a likely representation of Anachronist, consort of Isra. Anachronist was lost to the corruption of the Emerald Nightmare and later redeemed. Along the inside of the ring is inscribed Anu Fala Door. And we sell this ring for 2 gold. Oh boy. Alright. So technically we're done here. But as a victory, not lap, we're not continuing all around the continent. As a victory completion, we're heading down to the coast area here in Oldham. Get those fragments, finish the Tolvir relic, first one. And then we are really done. We will be looking around Oldham more specifically later. Here's an interesting spot here. Just up on the cliffs above here, we got confiscated artillery. They're just up here on the cliffs above here. That's definitely something. All the way down to here. I really went to the western side of Oldham, because we didn't need to for the things that we did here before. Kind of get over here this time, though. Definitely more things to be seen. That's for sure. Some smoke or something at the temple over there. There's an oasis. Nice water here. Gonna be fishing. And crocolisks. No big surprise there. Vernal Lake. Good. Ramkins there. Cross over this Vernal Dam. Brilliant. And right down here in the farming area next to the river. In the Vernal River. The Anachronist fields. Oh. Red Crocolisk says hello. He also says, I have 44,000 health. Not that's gonna help him do anything. That Crocolisk tail is for these Crocolisk bits that we make. Well, that's nice. I'll take another one of those. It's pretty good. Anyways. I need to find the stuff here. American laborers here. Yeah, whole stuff going on. We're just digging up their fields here. I'm sure they appreciate that. Pretty cool. That's where we can get more of these Crocolisk pieces. That's cool. There's a big bug. Wasp. Alright. That's still red. Wasps. Rude. Anyways. Let's get these fragments. Year archaeology find. 10 fragments. All this stuff. Could also get their bonus fragment item. Presumably that would exist. This whole pile of sheep. Oh, a lot of sheep. Very good. Is just a guy wandering, being here. Okay. Yeah, definitely plenty to look at. We're actually doing quests here. Another find. And the last one's back this way. Always worth it to finish the dig site. No reason to leave just like one that you need to come back and get later, probably. And here. And that is enough to make this cat statue with emerald eyes. Solve it. It's always the last place you look. Got the thing. Okay. Tolvir. The small clay cat displays a lifelike pose and expression. On the other side is engraved in memory of Chelix, beloved pet of Emperor Ninjter. Alright. Sell that for 100 gold. Brilliant. Alright. Let's get back to Stormwind. Sell some stuff. Looking great. So yeah. Still don't know if that's a 10th thing or it's just a symbol. We did not get enough different locations to give us too much information. It wasn't part of that achievement though, so it might just be what it is. Or it could be special things. Hard to say. At any rate, we've got piles of stuff we can just sell here.
Making a special purchase?
Don't need any of this stuff. Most of it doesn't actually even do anything. Just a bit of money. Also some random bits that we picked up along the way. Key items, definitely this Kraken Tentacle for 200. And the statue for 100. Those are pretty good. 20 is also nice.
Very good.
Got a little bit of money from that. Anything in the mailbox? Successfully sold Frostweave, Elixirs, Emerald Cloth. These. Didn't sell this Swim Speed Potion. It's only 20 seconds though. Not great. Selling Swim Speed Potion. There we go. And some Crystallized Earths. And some Frostweave Cloth. This globe of water. Keeping these. Can't really sell this. Also want to sell off all of these because we really didn't need them. We'll do them in stacks of 1 because they're a little expensive. Got stacks of 5 for 400 gold. Stacks of 10 for 800 gold. My goodness. Yeah, stacks of 1 are fine. Total price 1,000 gold for the Highborn. 1,100 gold for the Highborn scrolls, assuming they sell. How about for the Troll Tablets? 13 stacks of 1 Troll Tablets for 974 gold. Reasonable. We got 8 stacks of 1 Dwarf Rune Stones for 1,279 gold. 160 gold each for these. These are the real prize. I mean, the other random fragments that sell for like 100 gold, 200 gold each are pretty good, but these are good too. There's not a lot of market for the orc ones because they're kind of only in that level bracket. No reason to really go back. If we can get 383 gold for them, that's fine though. Similar story for the Draenei, pretty much. 3 stacks of 1 of these for 282 gold. We got 2 Nerubian ones. 2 stacks of 1 for 113. And then Vrykol, we got 5 stacks of 1 for 832, in theory. We'll see how many of these things actually end up selling. But in total, that's a significant amount there. If everything sells, it's like 800, 900, 1200, 1600, 2900, 3900, 5000. Yeah. If those all sell, it's like 5,000 gold. For just doing some archaeology. Well, along with the few hundred gold we also made for just selling some stuff. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. Shin's cooking fire. We can cook in fire here a second. Cook up the crocolisk. There we go. And that completes another 525. So we're like halfway there with this. Got archaeology, cooking, and first aid done. Now we just need fishing, mining, and blacksmithing. Which are going to be long,
Good day.
expensive, slower. Probably faster than this one was, at least. That's okay. This is Blizzard account bound, so I'm not sure exactly what that really means for us. Just gonna put it right here next to this sword that we got. You haven't collected this appearance. How do you mean? I have it,
Have
don't
a
I?
good one.
Bind when equipped. I guess I need to
Hey
bind and equip it. Interesting. Well,
See
we're
you
gonna do that
around.
then. Yeah. Commemorative. Little hammer here.
How are
Put
you?
that in here. Everything else in here should have been already soulbound and equipped and stuff. Again, more things we need to deal with. Intro's kind of a mess. Put the ores away in here. Got some stuff in there. Okay.
See you later.
The last thing I want to do before we get ready to be heading out to Mount Hajal is see if I can't get some cheaper flasks just for regular use. Consumables, shopping, search options, item class, consumables, flask. Look for strength. More results. Because Titanic strengths for 56 gold each. It's really the only one available, huh? Search options, remove strength. Search. Makes them some cheaper flasks. 'Cause that's at the level of, do we use this for just regular dungeons? It would get expensive doing this for every dungeon. What else we got in here? Titanic strength is like at the top of most expensive. Agility, intellect by 300, solar by 70, stamina 450, attack power by 120. Still expensive. Attack 65, spirit 300, spell power, resistances, spell powers, health. Here's attack power by 180 for an hour. Well, that's definitely less than 300 strength, but it's also very cheap. Resilience, spell power, health by 1300, resistances, spirit. Alright. So this attack power 180 is very, very usable for just any general time. And also these Crocolisk ones are also really cheap for an hour, so it's totally doable. Let's buy a whole pile of these Flasks of Endless Rage. Cheap and effective. 1, 7, 4, 20, and 5. That'll do us for now. We'll put the super expensive potions over here, just in case we get in a situation we want them. Oh yeah. We'll be raging for days here. It's gonna be great. And grab some more of
You need something?
our foods here. Lovely. Got some gems and scrolls here. Or if we want to put them on other things, because we bought too many of those. We got potions, we got bandages, we got regular food.
Safe travels.
I'd say we are very much ready to go. Back to questing. This time in Mount Hyjal. Next time, goodbye.